Last week, the Premier League unveiled its schedule for the 2022-23 season. The upcoming campaign is going to feel a little different from previous iterations, because the campaign will be stopped between November and December because of the World Cup in Qatar. Therefore, the season will start on August 5th with Arsenal and Crystal Palace set to get the ball rolling at Selhurst Park. We're going to talk about the fixture list in detail because it has not been kind to Manchester United, who will be under pressure to deliver following a woeful last campaign. It is very rare to see an English player ply his trade in French Ligue 1. However, Paris Saint Germain are reportedly trying their luck on a player who is attracting interest from Manchester City. Meanwhile, it has been confirmed that Sadio Mane will be joining Bayern Munich after the Germans managed to agree a deal with Liverpool over the player's transfer. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to stay up to date about all the latest happenings in football. The transfer market is not easy, and it always depends on the financial capabilities of the club. Basically, we're trying to strengthen our squad. We're also working on some attacking options. Of course, you can't reduce yourself to just one option, you have to have multiple options. Here is what Hasan Salihamidzic said recently about Sadio Mane. Asked in the columns of Bild, the sports director of Bayern Munich, frustrated by the intransigence of Liverpool in the face of the first two offers from the Bavarians, therefore did not hesitate to put pressure on the Merseyside club. A smart strategy according to the latest information from Sky Sports, and for good reason. Between Sadio Mane and Liverpool, the love story should indeed end in the hours to come. Arriving at the club in July 2016, the Senegalese international forward is inexorably nearing a move to Bayern Munich. Ready to do anything to afford the reigning African champion, the Munich leaders are now preparing to submit an offer of £42.5 million. The offer is an improvement to the previous two ones, and which seems, finally, to meet the requirements of Jurgen Klopp's side. The British media specifies, moreover, that a verbal agreement between the Lion of Teranga and the German champion has already been found. Some sources evoke in this sense a common ground for a collaboration of 3 seasons, that is until June 2025, and an annual salary of €20 million gross for the former Southampton player. One thing is certain, the arrival of Sadio Mane in Bavaria has never been so close. With Darwin Núñez recently arriving from Benfica for €100 million, Liverpool now seem ready to go on without their star man. Able to play on the left wing, the Uruguayan has all the qualities necessary to succeed the number 10 of the Reds. If a page is therefore likely to turn in the northwest of England, Anfield will never forget Mane, who scored 120 goals and provided 48 assists in 269 matches in all competitions. With a new sporting director, Luis Campos, Paris Saint Germain have promised to be shrewd in the transfer window this summer. Last Friday, Antero Henrique and Nasser Al-Khelaifi were in Paris to negotiate the services of Vitinha. The 22-year-old Porto player has already given his consent, and a 5-year contract awaits him. But that's not all, since the British press reports that another very promising midfielder is being tracked by the Ile-de-France club. According to the Mirror, Paris Saint-Germain inquired with Leeds United about their midfielder Calvin Phillips. The reigning French champions are said to have gone in search of financial details concerning the English international, but for their part, the Whites are desperate to keep him for next season. The Elland Road club could, however, let him go if PSG agree to a price of €65 million. For his part, Calvin Phillips has long announced that he wants to continue his career with the Premier League club. "I made it clear what I wanted to do," Phillips told BBC Radio Leeds recently. "I made it clear that I wanted to be in Leeds. I will focus on this until the end of my contract." Also, according to the Mirror, Phillips was hoping to strike a new deal with Leeds after helping them with their Premier League survival, but no extension was ultimately signed, and that could change his mind. Even if it is only a simple lead for the moment, Calvin Phillips is a profile that can do good within the Parisian midfield. Last season, despite struggling with injury, the England international played 31 games and scored 1 goal. But for the moment, Paris Saint-Germain must above all complete the arrival of their new coach for next season and hope to quickly reach an agreement with OGC Nice to formalise the arrival of Christophe Galtier. The King of England puts its crown back on the line in August. Crowned Premier League champions on May 22nd, Manchester City continue to reign over English football, but the Mancunians will have a lot to do to keep their place on the throne during the 22-23 season. The upcoming campaign already promises to be exciting since the big guns like the less upscale clubs are seriously strengthening. It will also be interesting to follow the first steps of Erik ten Hag at Man United, as well as those of Erling Haaland and Darwin Núñez at Man City and Liverpool, respectively. In short, this year still promises a lot, and we expect it to deliver too. Last Thursday we found out about the course of the next exercise, which will also be brought to a screeching halt between November and December because of the World Cup in Qatar. Thus, the 20 Premier League teams will start their campaign on the weekend of August 5th, 6th and 7th. Arsenal will get the ball rolling by travelling to Crystal Palace on Friday. On Saturday, Liverpool go to Fulham, while Chelsea travel to Everton. On Sunday, Manchester United host Brighton for Ten Hag's premiere, while defending champions Man City travel to West Ham. A week later, on August 13th, the first big clash of the season will pit Chelsea against Tottenham. On August 20th, a second big poster game will be on the menu since Man United will host Liverpool. For their part, City will experience their first big game against Tottenham on September 10th. A week later, on September 17th, Chelsea and Liverpool will meet. Two derbies will be on the menu on October 1st. Arsenal will host Tottenham, while Man City will face Man United at the Etihad, with the reverse fixture to take place on January 14th. The Gunners will continue a week later with the reception of Liverpool. The Reds will play a week later at Anfield against Man City. Pep Guardiola's men will follow up with a second away match on October 18th at Arsenal. Neighbours Man United will also have a big month in October with the reception of Tottenham, then a trip to Chelsea. The Blues will have another big game on the menu on matchday 14 as they take on Arsenal at home. At the same time, Antonio Conte's Spurs will cross swords with Liverpool. After the 15th day, the Premier League will pause for a few weeks since there will be the World Cup. The Championship will resume on December 26th with the traditional Boxing Day fixtures on the menu. On January 2nd, Chelsea will start the year strong by hosting Man City. The 2022-23 season will end on May 28th, 2023. So there you have it. We have some really interesting games in the first few months of the new campaign. Pretty much every team has a difficult run of fixtures, but for Manchester United, the fixture list has been very unforgiving. Already the Red Devils are struggling in the transfer market, with Richard Arnold and company trying to bargain with a club for a player they want, just like an old lady would over a stick of lettuce at a Sunday shop. And now they have a very difficult fixture list that might even define their fate for the rest of the campaign. Hopefully though, Ten Hag will be able to navigate past the first few months and manage to restore some of the shine that years of mediocrity have taken away from the once proud giants of English football.